This week we won't be talking about studio closures and bankruptcies. Instead, we find out when we'll be seeing Sony's Smash Bros. Clone, as well as a few new fighters. A game's actually coming out before its expected release date, and 80s icon Stable is getting a new game. Activision wants to cash in on The Walking Dead's popularity, and Capcom's releasing a new fighting game collection, which you might be interested in. I'm Handsome Tom, and this is the Game Heroes Weekly News. It looks like Sony's Smash Bros. Clone PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale now has a release date. The game will hit stores on October 23rd. Also, two new characters were announced for the game, Hayachi from Tekken and Sony's Japan marketing cat thing, Toro. Really, Sony? Out of all the characters in your extensive library, you give us a cat thing? Oh well, you're probably going to announce more exciting characters, hopefully, closer to the release date. In the past few months, we've been reporting on all kinds of game delays. It seems that it's a trend for this year. Well, we're going to change things up a little and announce a game that's getting released early. Transformers follows Cybertron, the follow-up to the best Transformers game ever made. War for Cybertron had its release date pushed from August 25th to the 21st. No reason was given for the game's release date was pushed up, but who's complaining? If you haven't seen any of the trailers for the fall of Cybertron, go check them out now. You get to play as robots that transform into dinosaurs, multiple robots that transform into one giant robot, and not to mention you get to control a city, which is in fact a great giant transformer. How could you not want to play the game with all of that? You know what we need more of? Sylvester Stallone. It seems like people at Reef Entertainment also think so, as they've announced they're working on a new Rambo game. Yeah, really random, but it could be awesome. No news on what the game looks like, so what we can expect Rambo's manliness to hit stores, but people at Reef say they have a ton of info as well as playable builds for the PC and consoles at this year's Gamescom, which is in August from 15th to 19th. Yeah, it is really a random story about a random game based on movies from the 80s. It's definitely worth getting a little curious about. Come on, it's Rambo. The Walking Dead series is rather popular at the moment. The graphic novels are mega popular. It has a hit TV series, then the episodic games by Telltale Games has been met with much public praise. Well, it looks like Activision wants a piece of the pie, as they've announced they're working on their own Walking Dead game. The game will be based off the TV series and will be a first-person shooter. You'll play as Daryl Dixon from the show and his brother Merrill as they travel towards Atlanta. The game will supposedly give the player choice of how to deal with the undead. You can either choose to use stealth to avoid the zombie hordes or kill all the undead in sight. However, the player will have to manage with rare and scarce resources, so stealth might be a better option. Activision Walking Dead will be out sometime in 2013 for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. Capcom fighting games have been all the rage this console generation. The company knows they're popular, and they want to keep pumping them out. Well, they're not done yet. Capcom announced Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, which will feature the original Marvel vs. Capcom as well as Marvel Superheroes, will be available digitally this September for the low price of $15. You guys better buy it so you can play against me, because it's an awesome game. The game will feature numerous upgrades such as graphics, filters, dynamic challenges, and online play with spectator modes and replay saving. So if you haven't had your fill of fighting games, yet you still might want to pick up some of these cool classic games. For that price, it's worth it. Finally, here are this week's new game releases. Tuesday, we'll see the following games hit store shelves. Ice Age Continental Drift Arctic Games will be available on 360 and Wii. NCAA Football 13 will be available on 360 and PS3. And The Last Story will be available on Wii in North America. For more kick-ass content, please be sure to check out thegameheroes.com. I'm Handsome Tom. We'll see you guys again next week.